Hello everyone and welcome. In today's video, we're gonna be looking at the words each and every in English. So let's get started. When to use each and when to use every in English. Each and every, like whole, are singular quantifiers. And as such, they are a form of determiner. Each and every have very similar meanings. But there are important differences of meaning and usage. Meanings and use of each and every. Each refers to a plural number of people or items, but it considers each person or item as an individual or dissimilar unit. It does not consider the group collectively. Each can also be used as a pronoun. Every also refers to a multiple number of people or items, but it considers these people or items as part of a similar collective group. If there are just two items or people, every may be replaced by both. Every cannot be used as a pronoun. Every cannot be used as a pronoun. Sometimes it is important to distinguish between each and every. In other cases, this distinction is not important, and the user can choose either word. Here are some pairs of sentences that clearly illustrate the difference between each and every. In the first sentence of each pair, the speaker is implying dissimilar or individual actions. In the second of each pair, the speaker is expressing similarity of action. Examples: each child was reading a different book. Each child was reading a different book. So this is a dissimilar action. Every child was reading a book. Every child was reading a book. And this example is a similar action. You have to fill in details on each page individually. And this is a dissimilar action. And you have to fill in details on every page, and this shows a similar action. Usage: both each and every are singular quantifiers. When they determine the subject of a sentence, they normally therefore require a verb in the singular. Examples: each member of the committee was allowed to speak once. Each member of the committee was allowed to speak once. Every cloud has a silver lining. Every cloud has a silver lining. Particular uses of each. Each as a quantifier can in fact be used with three different structures. In addition to the common usage illustrated above, structure 1, each but not every can be used in two other ways. Each can be followed by of the and a plural noun. When this structure is used in the subject of a sentence, the verb is in the singular. It's in structure 2. Each can follow the noun that it determines. But when it does so, the verb is in the plural, and it is in structure 3. Examples. Structure 1. Each child was reading a book. Each child was reading a book. Structure 2. Each of the children was reading a book. Each of the children was reading a book. Structure 3. The children were each reading a book, or the children each were reading a book. Structure 3. The children were each reading a book, or the children each were reading a book. Let's move on to each as a pronoun. Each can also be used as a singular pronoun and is in structure 4. Example. This is structure 4. I've seen 3 films about Churchill. Each was very interesting. I've seen 3 films about Churchill. Each was very interesting. Each qualifying a pronoun. Each but not every can also be used with plural pronouns. When it qualifies a pronoun, it cannot precede the pronoun, so cannot be used with structure 1. When followed by of plus pronoun, the pronoun is always in the object case. Us, you, them. Examples. Structure 1. Each them was reading a book. This was impossible. Structure 2. Each of them was reading a book. Structure 3. They were each reading a book, or they each were reading a book. More examples. Structure 2. Each of us wanted to buy something different. Each of us wanted to buy something different. Each of them lives in a different city. Each of them lives in a different city. They negotiated a different work contract with each of us. They negotiated a different work contract with each of us. Structure 3. We were each given a task to do. We each were given a task to do. We were each given a task to do, or we each were given a task to do. They each live in a different city. They each live in a different city. The president gave us each a medal. The president gave us each a medal. Let's move on to the use of each one of or every one of. Both each and every can be followed by one of in the structures. Each or every plus one of plus determiner plus noun, or each or every followed by one of plus pronoun. They can also be followed by one on its own. They can also be followed by one on its own. Examples: each one of the windows was broken. Each one of the windows was broken. Each window was broken. Each window was broken. Vandals had smashed every one of the windows. Vandals had smashed every one of the windows. Vandals had smashed every window. Vandals had smashed every window. Peter's taken every one of my CDs. Peter's taken every one of my CDs. Peter's taken all my CDs, or Peter's taken each of my CDs. Each one of those computers needs to be upgraded. Each one of those computers needs to be upgraded. Or all those computers need to be upgraded. Or each of those computers. Alright? Each one had been broken. Each one had been broken. The Vandals had broken every one. The Vandals had broken every one. Each one of Monet's paintings is signed at the bottom. Each one of Monet's paintings is signed at the bottom. In summary, each emphasizes the individuality of items, while every emphasizes the totality of a group. The choice between them often depends on the nuance you wanna convey in a sentence. Both are used to convey a sense of distribution or occurrence across all members of a group, but each tends to focus on the individual items, while every focuses on the group as a whole. So there you go, guys. That's the end of this video about the words each and every. I hope you found this helpful, and if you like this video, please do subscribe, share, like, and let me know your thoughts and questions. Love to hear from you. Good luck and thanks for watching.